Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Trilby's Notes. I felt kind of bad for skipping that entire cutscene between Matthew DeFoe and Sir Roderick DeFoe. So I basically replayed through the beginning, and it's amazing how fast this game goes by when you skip all of the dialogue. So once again, we're back outside the portrait that Matthew painted back in 1821, I believe? 1821, maybe? I don't know. I've completely forgot. Well, let's go ahead and touch this painting and rewatch that cutscene so we actually know what the hell's going on. Because my brief description didn't cover about half of it, so... As I stepped closer, I could feel a sound becoming muffled, my head spinning, as if I were about to faint. My hand, as if pulled by an invisible string, reached out towards the clumsy brushstrokes. DeFoe Manor, July 28th, AD, 1821. I was correct. Oh yeah. Matthew DeFoe is 15 years old today. He's excitedly putting the finishing touches to a painting which his father commented on encouragingly. God, it's too early in the morning to do this for me. The first time he has ever been supportive of Matthew's artistic learnings. Matthew is now convinced that his father is lifting from the mysterious depression that has plagued him for as long as either of them can remember. Now he intends to make this painting absolutely perfect before showing it again.
Master Matthew, Sir Roderick has requested your presence in the trophy room.
Thank you, James.
And if you would be so good to inform him that I will now be retiring for the night.
Very good, James.
Ah, there you are, boy. Let me introduce my son, Matthew. Hello. This is my friend, Mr. Smith. He's an expert on African tribal art. Well, just a scholar, hardly even that. Just someone with an interest in the subject. And he's offered to assess the figures I brought back from my travels. I wasn't aware you had a family, Sir Roderick. Is your wife home too? We don't talk about my wife. Regrettably, Belinda is no longer with us. Oh, I'm sorry. Quite all right, you couldn't have known. She succumbed to illness shortly after Matthew was born.
I finished the painting I showed you, Father.
Oh, good. Well, Mr. Smith, what do you think of the piece? It's an intriguing little puzzler, actually. The design is reminiscent of a few Central African tribal gods I'm aware of. But to be honest, I've never seen anything like this before. May I ask how you acquired it? I'm glad you asked. It was 20 years ago when I was a younger man on my first travels in the Dark Continent. We were traveling along the west coast when our birders spotted a ship that had run aground. It was an English crippler named the Sea Angel, and a short explanation revealed that every single crewman had just disappeared. Of course, we immediately sent a letter to the nearest embassy to report the findings. But the point is, it was on the lowest deck of the ship that I found this very figurine you see before you today.
What an extraordinary tale.
But how do you account for there being an African tribal carving on a British vessel? We were confused as you are. It wasn't a slave trading vessel, but there must have been a Negro on the crew. It's been a personal mystery of mine ever since. I was hoping you could help shed a little light on matters. But there is more to tell. I haven't even begun to recount the strange events that have surrounded this artifact. Would you care for a glass of brandy?
Thank you, that would be most kind.
Matthew, fetch the brandy from the kitchen and some glasses.
Yes, Father. Alright, this is where we were at last time. So, yes, we are now playing as Matthew DeFoe. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here and just call this DeFoe Flashback. Anyway, so basically we need to go... Alright, now we have the brandy bottle and the glasses.
Bang, bang!
Hello. You haven't tried to speak to me in a while. I did another painting today. I showed it to Father and he said it was promising. I keep trying to tell him about you, but he never listens. You haven't knocked for me in so long I was beginning to wonder. Bang, bang. Hey, do you want to see my painting? Bang, bang. I'm not sure I'd get it through the door. But yes, apparently John DeFoe is trying to communicate with us. But if you don't look, it looks like there's a apron, machete, and probably the blacksmith's helmet on the table. Anyway, so I guess we can look at door. There are 3 doors here. One to the east led to the dining hall and the rest of the house. To the north was the pantry. To the west was the door Matthew had never been through, which was kept permanently locked. Look at floor. DeFoe Manor's kitchen was small and somewhat sparsely furnished, in contrast with the wealth of the house as a whole. Besides, the sideboards and the only furniture was a large wooden table and a narrow drink cabinet in the corner. Slide painting in hole. Use painting on hole. Give painting. Slide painting through hole. What do you mean? Talk to door. Do you still want to see my painting? Bang, bang. Look at hole. Look at crack. Use painting on crack. Use painting on crack. Slide painting through crack. Oh my god, what the f do you want me to do, game? Okay, let's try this one. Slide painting under door. I'm pushing the painting under your door, okay? God damn it. Just give it back when you're finished.
How dare you, sir! How you intrude on my hospitality and insult my judgment!
That's Father.
Get out of my house, you worm!
I better see what's the matter. Father?
Oh, it's you.
Father, what happened? I heard shouting.
That old fool. He told some rubbish about my figurine. He said only the tribe it could have come from died in slavery years ago. Actually, he had the nerve to accuse me of buying it from a forger.
I'm sorry, Father.
What are you apologizing for? Where's that damn brandy?
I've got it here.
Give it to me.
I'll go back to my room, Father.
Show me your painting.
Father?
You said you had a painting. Show it to me.
I can't, Father.
And why not?
Because...
Oh, come on, out with it, out with it!
Because I gave it to the boy behind the door.
I see.
Father?
Go back to your room, boy. I have to write in my diary entry.
Yes, Father. After an hour's silence passed, and Matthew grew concerned about his father. Strange was the most disturbing thing that had been Sir Roderick's reaction to Matthew's mentioning of the boy behind the door. In the past, raising this had usually provoked a violent rage or instant, flat denial. Matthew wondered what sort of anxiety was going through his father's mind. Smash! What was that? Father, what are you doing? And I do believe we all know what's coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe we all know what's about to happen. Open door. Matthew was confused by his own reluctance. He had longed to see what was behind this door his entire life, but now, given the chance, he was struck with fear. He peered cautiously through and saw a set of rough stone steps leading down to some kind of basement.
I should have done this the moment you came into this world, demon child! May God forgive me for having a part in your creation!
Father? What are you doing?
Do you see what you've done? I didn't want him to see this! Do you see what you've done?
Father, no! Father! Father!
What the hell? Boo! Ah! Ah, my apologies, dear boy, but I couldn't resist. You look so lost in that painting, I don't even think you saw me come in. Jackass. What? Everything all right, Terry? Yes, everything's fine. Just from when I thought I saw... Never mind. Sib, I know talking about you after you ran out of the room. You said you seemed like something was making you terribly anxious. Frankly, I think that's still the case. Oh, I'm okay. Really, I am. Well, if you're sure... It was absurd my mind was not playing tricks on me. I had been back there in DeFoe Manor, looking through the eyes of Matthew DeFoe. I had just seen the events that had created John DeFoe. I saw his death at the hands of Sir Roderick. That terrible, violent end would only bring him back as that awful wraith. But somehow, seeing that event, it was clear to me that there was more to this than the ghost of one retarded youth. There had been something very wrong about that idol, even before it was used to destroy John DeFoe. The name stood in my memory. The Sea Angel. The name of the ship in which Sir Roderick had found the figurine. Now I had a lead. Professor, do you know anything about the ship called the Sea Angel? You know, it's a funny you should mention that name. There's a really old wooden chisel among the DeFoe Manor artifacts. The word Sea Angel are carved into the handle. Where is this chisel? Out on display in the convention hall next to the dining room. What's it all this about, Terry? Oh, it's nothing. It's just a little side project my clients won't want me to get onto. Thank you for your help. No problem. Take care of yourself. What the? Look at... not W6, at paper. It was a page from a religious book I wasn't familiar with. I here enclose it with these notes. Victim 5, the child. The fifth man who desired judgment was the child, whose father held the carving of the slave. The prince came to him and was at once rightly pleased with what he found, for the house of the child and his father already knew well the name of the king. And the prince watched the child was thrown down by his father and broken with the wood of the prince's soul. But as the child's body, mind, and soul began to drift apart, the prince held him together, and he said, "You are the child, and to you I grant power, for I see in you the potential that will grant my father the king his greatest wish. You shall be not of the land of technology, nor the realm of magic, but of both, and thus you shall form the bridge. And cross the bridge, the king shall come and bring his message to the men of technology. Through you, child, the bridge will come, and thus I name you Bridgekeeper." And the prince touched the child, and he was the Bridgekeeper. And his three aspects were granted power, so that his soul would join the prince's soul in the wood of the tree. And the Bridgekeeper rose up and threw down his father, and threw down his brother. And truly did they know the name of the king. And into the house of his father, the body and the mind of the Bridgekeeper. Well, that was interesting. Kind of detailed all of God, John DeFoe is some kind of holy entity in this book. Anyway, we'll learn more about that book later on. Next time we play, let's play Trilby's Notes. We're going to go and save our game and call this DeFoe Flashback again. See you guys next time.